My name is Vache Venturi. In this video, I'm going to show you how you're going to get an extra 4 commercial jobs in 3 simple steps without waiting on bid lists forever and slashing your margins. Okay, if you're at a point where you want to transition away from the smaller residential jobs that have you wearing too many hats, again, slashing your margins for a $200 to $800 profit per job, and actually get to the big fish where you're making enough money, you're having enough time to spend with your family, and you know where your next big payday is going to come from and how you're going to pay your team, this video is going to be for you. Now, why am I even talking? I'm in some office space. I'm clearly not putting down paint or epoxy, so how am I qualified to speak about this? Well, in the last 2 years, I've taken dozens of businesses and added 5 figures of monthly recurring revenue to them and scaled my own company to a $72,000 a year run rate in just 2 months at the age of 21. So, all that being said, I know a couple of things about on how to get jobs online and how to use the internet to actually make people money. So, with that being said, 3 simple things that you're going to need to actually get commercial jobs, 4 commercial jobs every 92 days or so is going to be, number 1, contacts. Now, this isn't the contacts that you get by running some Facebook ad. This isn't the contacts that you get from paying somebody on Angie List to get you a $100 lead. This is not what I'm talking about. A simple contact list from Contractor Connect, Apollo, or those types of places where you can find information on your perfect audience, on your perfect client, whether they are contractors, brick and mortar business owners, or maybe facility warehouse directors that are looking to improve the safety and the cleanliness of their facility. You can find all of their email addresses, phone numbers, and a lot more online for just like 50 or 60 bucks by the thousands. Okay, by far, that is the best way to find quote unquote leads. But as we all know, leads are useless. So what happens when you have this list? What happens when you have all the people that you want to contact? What do you actually do to reach out to them? Now, you can't just go on and sit there sending emails all day, because if you could, you probably wouldn't have enough time to do the actual jobs, okay? As a business owner, you're going to have to leverage your time and invest into a couple of more softwares that I am not affiliated with, at least currently. And the second step of how to actually reach out to these people is going to be your software, Instantly. Now, Instantly is a super simple cold email software. It takes like 20 minutes to set up. They do most of the work for you and they walk you through how to use it, okay? Now, why is this even important? Well, even if you were to sit there at your desk sending emails all day to random strangers that have never heard from you, Google is going to sit there, or the mail company is going to sit there and look down on you and be like, who is this weirdo sending all these emails to random people that have never contacted them before? And what happens is your domain ends up in spam. So every email that you send, if not already based on the previous emails that you've sent, is going to end up in the spam box if you don't set up the software properly. So you set up a software that's going to actually allow you not to just send emails, but to get in front of thousands of people a month at a rate that you could never do by cold calling, at a rate that you could never do by dropping up at job sites, talking to the foreman. You could not do this on your own without leveraging software. As a business owner, again, leverage is super important, which is why you don't want to skip this step. Step number 3 is going to be arguably the most important step. While Instantly is super cool for sending out emails and doing it at scale in a sustainable manner and actually monitoring your responses, you're going to want to do something with the people that aren't ready to convert today. And if you've been in business long enough, then you know that's going to be like 80% of the people, right? Some people want to do it in a week. Some people want to do it in 2 months. Some people are going to convert next year. You don't want to lose sight of those people, because if you contact them today and they're ready to do an installation in 6 months from now, you want to become their best friend by that point. And what does that require? That requires enough touch points for you to be able to nurture a relationship by providing them value, by giving them information, maybe a couple of free estimates, a couple of color palettes, maybe a small piece of value that you can provide. Obviously, that's a little bit harder for a flooring company. It's not like you can give them a nutritional chart on how to lose weight, right? Our business is pretty set in stone, pretty simple, right? You either do the floor or you don't. But that doesn't mean that just because you didn't close the deal, you stop talking to them, which is why for the third point, we're going to get into our actual CRM. Most of you guys are already going to have this, in which case I am beyond happy. Okay, but just having a CRM is not good enough, because you need to actually be able to optimize your CRM for those long-term conversions, okay? You need to set up weekly newsletters. One email a week will do, where you just reach out to them, share some information, heck, even make a joke about the weather or politics if you guys are cool like that, all right? And you can even automate the system to do it for you without you lifting a finger, which is what 99% of the time I will recommend that you do, okay? So if you're sitting there, again, thinking about sending emails every day or once a week manually, drop the idea, because it's going to take up too much time. We're going to set up some simple automations on that, and I will have a snapshot coming in soon. If it's not in the description yet, go ahead and drop a comment and I'll send it to you. But if it's in the description, then don't worry about it. You can just click on the link in the description and it'll take you to where you can get the software for free for 14 to 30 days. And after that, you just click import and you have the whole snapshot for yourself. Okay, now we have covered the 3 steps. Again, finding the contacts, reaching out to the contacts, and nurturing the contacts if they didn't convert. Now, if you're wondering on what you're actually going to say to those people when you reach out to them, click on the video in one of these corners on how to write email copy to convert epoxy flooring jobs in commercial spaces, because you can't just reach out to them and say anything. It's a very delicate process, but I will explain to you how. That way, even if you don't do it yourself, when you talk to somebody else that's going to promise you the world and millions of jobs and billions of dollars in your bank account, you at least know what to compare it to and see if they're legit or not. And if you want to talk to somebody legit that's actually going to create a strategy for you, well, click the link in the description and you can have a 30-minute one-on-one with me where I'll actually sit down and figure out what is the best niche, what is the best commercial space, and how we can approach that commercial space and create a custom strategy to your business. That way you can have a bulletproof plan on how to get these commercial jobs and start wrapping up out of the residential space, using it just as cash flow instead of relying on it and juggling low-paying jobs all the time. So I hope this video helped. If it did, drop a comment and let me know. If not, let me know what I can improve on. And as always, God bless you, and I hope you have a great day.